Day 704, being Christopher Cruz. I just opened Instagram and just saw this video that said, when the promises of God meet the faith of a person, that's when miracles happen. I was like, wow, because it was just, I just opened Instagram real quick, and that was the first thing that popped up on my feed, and he was talking about how important faith is, and faith is everything. It doesn't matter how much money you have in your bank account. It doesn't matter what's going on in your relationships. It doesn't matter what life looks like on the outside. You have to have faith. And when God's promises combine with the faith of people, that's when miracles happen. And so I was like, wow, that's an incredible message to hear right now. I love that. And I'm excited for that. Because, yeah, I have just a lot of faith right now. And it's even surprising me. Like, I'm surprised by how much faith I have in this situation, in this financial situation. It's like, Chris, how are you not anxious? Like, how are you not stressed out? How are you not freaking out? How are you not worried? And it's crazy. As I say that, I start to feel anxiety. It's like when I speak it, it starts to create it. But the truth is, I'm trusting God. And, I think about it like, I'm going to be dead one day. And this is all going to be over. And there are such bigger things to worry about than if I have money in my bank account, if I have food to eat, if I can pay a certain bill. Now, I know most of the world will look at me and say, dude, you're a freaking idiot. But I don't care what they say. I care what God says. And God says, don't worry. And because worrying doesn't do anything. Worrying will not add a day to your life. It will not add a minute to your life. It will not make your life better. It will not change your situation. And so it's like the fact that I have this faith, the fact that I could feel good in the storm is such a blessing. It reminds me of the story of the disciples in the boat, and there's this huge storm, and the boat's about to capsize, and Jesus is sleeping. And they wake him up, and he calms the storm, and he says, you of little faith. And it's just like the amount of peace that Jesus had in the storm is just like, wow. And so for me, it's like a financial storm right now. And I feel that peace. I feel faith. I just trust that God is going to deliver. And He may deliver in the way I expect him to. He may deliver in a way that I don't expect him to. And that's okay. Like, it's all good. I made the mistake of last time I was in the situation of expecting God to deliver financially. And that didn't happen. But in doing that, my faith grew dramatically. And then the financial blessing came. A massive financial blessing. So, yeah, I just have faith. And the worst thing that can happen is no money comes in and I can't eat for a little bit, which means I'll just have to fast. And I've got plenty of extra food storage to burn off if I need to fast for a few days. But it's like, it's all good. Like, and I love the fact that God has given me such a empowering attitude towards this situation, because my attitude towards the situation used to be so disempowering, so discouraging. But it's like when you zoom out and you look at the grand scheme of things and you look at life, it's like this stuff is so insignificant compared to what really matters in life. And this life is so short compared to eternity. And it's like, I'm playing the long game. Like, I am playing for eternity. And so yeah, it's just a totally different experience. There's these moments where I feel like, Chris, what's wrong with you? Why are you not like crazy stressed right now? And yeah, I guess that's what faith does. Faith gives you peace. And I believe that God's going to deliver. And I have no idea how. I don't know how. And that's the scary part, but that's also the exciting part. Like, the scary part is I don't see a way out. And if I focus on that, my perspective, I'm screwed. The anxiety and the fear will kick in, and I'll be paralyzed. If I focus on my perspective and my view of it. But if I focus on God, then it's like, I'm excited to see how you're gonna help me through this, God. Like, I'm excited to see this. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I'm gonna be shocked. I know I'm gonna be shocked, and then other people are gonna be shocked. And then when I do a video on it and I post it on Instagram, I'll be like, oh my God, can you guys believe it? Like, this many days ago, I had $58 in my bank account, or I had $20 in my bank account, or I had no dollars in my bank account, and then this miracle happened out of nowhere, and like, I was just doing my internship at church, like, I didn't even know how to do that, or do this, or get that, and I just trust that that's going to happen, so I'm just excited for that. I just have this, the deepest level of faith that I've ever had in my life, and the exciting thing is, I'm sure this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, I'm sure that this is nothing compared to the faith that I'm going to have in 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 10 years from now. So it's just exciting to know that there can be even more faith in this. There can be more peace than this. There can be more excitement than this. There can be more surrender than this. And, and I'm sure there will be people that, look at what I'm saying and look at the life I'm living and be like, dude, you're an idiot. Go make it happen. Go make some money. Go beat down doors. Get a client. Go do this. Go do that. Because that's what the world tells you to do. So, yeah. And the Bible says faith without works is dead. The Bible does not say faith without work is dead, which I've heard some people explain it like that. Like, you got to go work. Without work, there's no faith. But it says faith without works is dead, meaning that faith without action in alignment with faith is dead. Faith is an action. You have to take action in alignment with faith. If I started just like picking up the phone and just calling everyone as much as I could and doing all this, there'd be no faith. There's no room for God. It's like, I'm going to force it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to create it. I'm edging God out of the equation. But then I could get a client and then it'd be like, oh, see, God lined up that client. But that's like, that doesn't create any faith. That creates more faith in me than it does creating more faith in God. Then it's like, I'm the source of the miracle, not God. Because I made it happen. Like, I want to experience what it's like when God makes it happen. It's like out of nowhere a few weeks ago, a client I had 5 weeks ago when I lived in Thailand said she felt the nudge to send me $500, and so she did. I was like, what? Which reminds me, I need to schedule a call with her. Because I was going to give her a call. Maybe I'll schedule that. But yeah, it's just like, wow. So powerful. So I trust, and the worst thing that can happen is that I run out of food. That's it. And the last time I fasted, I had the biggest breakthrough in my life. So I wouldn't hate that. But it's like, I'm just glad. I'm just so grateful for this attitude that God has given me. And it's like, I don't believe in positive thinking because I think positive thinking is bullshit. I believe in empowered thinking. Focus on the thoughts that empower you the most. And so it's like, I am so encouraged that God has given me this empowered way of thinking, where I can look at this situation where most people would not be happy, they would not be joyful, and I can look at it and I can be empowered. And I need to do the same thing looking at my life with the things that I'm struggling with the things I'm resisting. It's like, Chris, how do you look at that and be empowered rather than, disempowered or discouraged or frustrated? So much learning, so much learning.